just rows and rows and rows of houses. It just keeps going. So I wanted to show you guys an interesting looking Russian city from Google Earth. And this city is called Tolyatti, which is part of the Samara Oblast. And when you're first getting closer to it, you kind of notice that something seems different about it. I mean, this is not your typical city style. These have perfectly little square districts. They're all slightly different, but they look similar at the same time. Then you come up here north. I think this is where it gets really bizarre looking. You have these just rows and rows and rows of houses. It just keeps going and going and going for a long way. I mean, miles across this way and almost a mile across going north and south. And there's just thousands of these little, I guess, houses or barns. Well, this is where I did some digging. So at first, I thought these were like really small houses for the workers of the AvtoVaz industrial plant, which creates a bunch of different cars for Russia and all around the world for Fiat and General Motors. And around 110,000 people work in this plant. So I thought, maybe these are all just the houses of all of those workers. Although it does look weird, like there's no roads connecting them. These seem to just be like houses. There's no restaurants or other types of buildings around here. So I did some more digging, and these are what's called dachas in Russia and in the Eastern Bloc specifically. So these aren't exactly homes, but they're more of summer gardens slash summer homes that people can go to. Most of the time, people don't permanently live in these houses. They're more of like really small one room houses where people can go in the summer, make vegetables and fruits, and kind of go chill out, because a lot of people in this town live in apartment buildings and in big flats downtown. They don't really have access to their own yard in the outdoor. So this is a great time for them to get away from everything in the city and enjoy the outdoors and go make their own fruits and vegetables. I also wanted to point out the bizarre square structure of the city. So I watched a YouTube video of someone kind of walking through one of these districts, and apparently each of the districts are supposed to hold everything that you need in your daily life. There's a school in each of these districts, there's a grocery store, there's a market, there's anything that you could need in each one of these districts so you don't have to cross the road. And this city was kind of designed like this intentionally back in the 1950s, because the city used to not actually be here. It used to be in this reservoir, which was eventually flooded, and they moved the city to this area. So let's drop down in Street View and look at what these dachas look like from the ground level. Now, you can't exactly go in them from this road, but you can kind of see a little bit from the outside. They're not full houses. They're more of like barns, but some people do have photospheres of what it looks like. These are some people enjoying their backyard. They have a little garden over here and a small little house here. But as far as I can tell, these aren't people's main houses. These are more of their summer houses that they can go to. Here's another example of someone's dacha. So there's a big garden here that someone's been working on. They have a greenhouse. They kind of have their own fruits and vegetables that they can make, and a small like 1 to 2 bedroom house that they can kind of stay in over the summer, but not one that you stay in all year long. So I hadn't heard of dachas before, but I think it's super cool. I want to learn more about them. Have any of you guys heard of dachas, or have you ever been to one before, or do you have them? Please let me know what they're like and if I was missing anything in this video. Thanks.